Oppenheimer and Barbie are competing for cinematic box office achievement. Oppenheimer is based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize-winning book about the Manhattan Project.
And Barbie is on a plastic doll with big boobies. I watched Barbie. I loved it.
Some I wrote, some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here. Yo, I got the gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue? Yo, shut up. Some of these, and they're the ones you're laughing at. Look, De Niro's here. I'm sorry, I'm a fan. I'm fanning out. I love you, Robert. Okay? If it's awkward, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, brother,
I had to do that for you. I know,
this guy stinks!
After I watched Barbie, I didn't immediately fall in love with it. It took time, it was gradual, for me to see the value and to see how much this film really put thought into the experience of being a woman. And it wasn't until I finally understood how much I loved it that I started to see all the discourse.
So, fantastic plastic feminist icon or sexist claptrap. With the movie's outrageously dismissive tagline, she is everything, he is just Ken. Has Barbie actually done a full 180? Is she now anti, not just Ken, but men?
Barbie is a man-hating, woke propaganda fest. They teach Barbie fans about rising up against the patriarchy. Ken is portrayed as a beta, and he is borderline brain dead in this film. It is a complete horror show.
I quickly learned this isn't a kid's movie after all, because the left has given Barbie a complete feminist makeover.
They're trying to kiss up to the Chinese Communist Party because they want to make money selling the movie in China.
Not only is the film anti-man, it's anti-womanhood, it's anti-motherhood.
You gotta be kidding me.
More specifically, the negative discourse. I want to put this out there first and foremost. The Barbie discourse upset me, and I still don't know why. Obviously, I know why. It's so openly misogynistic and whiny, and at times objectively just wrong. I mean, I don't know why this movie's discourse specifically put me on edge. Made me feel off-center. Almost everything women put out is scrutinized one way or another, and when I see it, I almost immediately disregard it. But this discourse, this fodder, it stayed with me, and I hate it. The Barbie discourse upset me. I don't know why, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I am not a woman who hates all men. Growing up, I was a tomboy, and I didn't have many female friends. I had a few, of course, but for the most part, my friend groups consisted of mostly boys. These were boys I played basketball with, boys I sat with at lunch, boys I went to the local store with, boys I sat on grassy hills with and told my deepest, darkest feelings. I have had the specific privileged perspective of a woman who hasn't had to endure the torment of mean boys. Even going into high school, when I was starting to even then recognize the fruitfulness of my femininity, I still was constantly surrounded by majority boyfriend groups. And even then, I struck gold. These boys were kind. They cared about my feelings. They included me in their activities. They didn't make me feel like an other or less than. One of those boys even went on to become my longtime love. One of the biggest critiques of Barbie that I've heard is that it is an anti-man film. It is a film that seeks to make a fool of men and to teach young girls that no man can be trusted. And I think that's wrong. To place such a blame on a film that is so not that is wrong and delegates it to a certain brand of propaganda that it just doesn't belong with. Barbie is not anti-man. It's anti-patriarchy. Barbie as a movie shows us that not just women suffer at the hands of patriarchy, but men do as well. If you're not at the top, very top of the patriarchy, you will suffer. You will be less than. One of the most important things I think that Barbie does is makes its protagonist apologize. We get to the end of the film and Ken is in shambles and he collapses on the bed. He's weeping, he's distraught, he's disappointed. Barbie comes over to comfort him and, which is something I didn't expect, gets down to his level and apologizes. Barbie apologizes to him for ignoring and disregarding him. She comforts him and helps him find his own value separate from her. Barbie doing this does not take away any of her autonomy while still giving Ken back some of his. It shows that men are worthy of love and apologies. It sheds light on little boys who were never apologized to. It allows them to be seen. Barbie is not a hate-all-man film. And it kind of drives me crazy that people still think it is. The Barbie discourse upset me. And to be honest, I still don't know why. But I do know why I loved the movie. I think about Girlhood as something blurry and unfamiliar. I don't remember much from when I was really young. I just remember being happy. I remember being ignorant, and I remember the blurry things you always remember about being a little girl. I remember reading books with my mom. And I remember every once in a while, even though they weren't my thing, picking up a doll and loving her and looking at her and thinking of her as so beautiful. And I remember going to the American Girl doll store and creating a beautiful little girl who looked just like me. I wanted her to be me. I wanted to see myself. There was a group of girls in my high school who always welcomed me warmly, who would see me and make it a point to talk to me, and who would see me and make me feel so cared for. And I don't think they ever understood what those conversations meant, because they were, in the scheme of our friendship, seconds of nothing. But they made me feel like another one of the girls. And for so long, that feeling was lost on me. The Barbie movie made me realize what I found. The Barbie movie made me realize what I was missing. The Barbie movie made me remember my girlhood. Thank you so much for watching. This is my first ever video essay, let alone my first ever YouTube video, so yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm really excited for everyone to watch and for me to hear what everyone thinks. Most, if not all, of the music in this video was made, produced, written by Gus Green. I will link all of his socials and his YouTube channel in the description below, so you guys can go check it out. He's a wonderful jazz musician. Those I made for a piano cover was from Butternote Piano. I will also link them in the description below. You can go check them out. And yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed.